Alright, everybody, welcome back to the Midnight Chimera. This is an extra video. I want to show you in our community here Justin's build. He's been keeping it kind of a top secret operation for the duration of our stay on the server here. So I'm very anxious to see what he's done. I've only seen a little bit of this bunker that he's made, and you can see from the outside it looks very modest. Now, I know from even the little bit that I saw that it is not so modest. What I saw earlier reminded me much of an Egyptian tomb, but I'm very anxious to see because I know he had a specific theme that he was going for. This is also a part of the bunker, and so is the wall over here. We actually have a special treat because Justin is on the line with us right now, so go to town. Let him know what you have.
Hey everybody, this is my bunker I built. I guess you're gonna follow me down?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I apologize to anybody for the lag. We have so much going on in this game right now. I just turned some of the settings down. It's so hard to get the game not to lag at this point, though.
Here we have an entrance to the tower that was on the surface with supply crates, anything you would need, and it leads to the top. And in the next floor above, there's a couple beds and a resting area for the guards.
Ah. Oh, yes, I should mention at this point, Justin used administrative crafting privileges to put in some items that are not craftable. This whole build has been done without cheats, so we're playing on normal crafting time, very difficult settings, but for realism he wanted to add some of these extra items in, which I definitely approve of.
That's right. Anything that was not available in the crafting system, I did use the creative menu to put that in there. Anything that is craftable in-game was, in fact, crafted, and this entire bunker was hand-dug by me because despite being the administrator of the server, there's no way to dig without doing it manually like everybody else.
We're just gonna have to tolerate that spider zombie kicking the crap out of something over there, because I think if we go over and kill it, it's just gonna be 5 more of them. So,
Perfect.
add to the terror underground.
That's right. I did add a couple there are a couple exits to this place. It's not just this one entrance, but we'll cover that when we get there. If anybody's seen the movie Day of the Dead, this is a bunker was inspired by that. It doesn't look exactly like that, but there are similar themes and concepts to it, where we have 2 separate wings. We have the wing directly to our east, which we will be going in first, which is the scientist wing. Directly here, we have the room for check-in, because only certain people can get in and get out. And it is also the mail room, because the living facility does have a working mail system. As you can see, there's not very much mail in here because it is the zombie apocalypse. But trust me, this would be a bustling mail room if there wasn't such a thing.
This is great. Again, Justin, forgive me if I'm moving very slowly, but I'm trying to get decent shots and it's lagging so hard right now. But I've got to reiterate to the audience, I have not seen any of this since you did these additions, so this is really awesome.
Absolutely, and yeah, just let me know if I'm going too fast.
No, not at all.
This is the entrance to the scientist facility. It's trying to recreate a secure access. There are 2 check-ins to get through, each with its own guard that's mysteriously missing right now. I don't know where they went, but they're supposed to be here on duty. with a working vent system directly above us, because specifically for the scientists, because they can create some crazy stuff in there, and you don't want to. You want a
God.
safe
I have this
exit.
really uncertain feeling about what you may have crafted in the other room. Having seen this film.
I did my best with what I had. Now, directly to our north, you'll see this top floor. There's two floors here. This top floor is the research laboratory area,
Wow.
and this is our first lab here. And this is the main showroom for the lab here. This is where the experiments are done on the zombies. He-
Oh, wow, look at this.
Here we here we have the table with our test subjects here, and the cooler full of the gore needed to feed them when they were still alive. But obviously, the head scientist had to destroy them because they were becoming unruly. So we have our chalkboard up here to study the zombies, and our research shelf. On the other side of the
this is
room,
great. I just gotta say, this is amazing.
on the other side of the room is the pen, where
It's a
these
professional term, the pen.
yes, it is the pen with their feeding buckets next to them. They have expired at this point because they lacked the nutrients needed in the food being provided to them.
Ah.
But
So they actually do expire if they don't eat. So how long does that
yes, I'm going to go based on similar to 28 Days Later lore. So we're going to go with about 30 days. They start to look emaciated, and I just made that up. I don't know if that's right for 28 Days Later, but we're going to go with 30 days. If they don't, they start to get emaciated and deteriorate.
take? Okay.
This is a storage closet. Not much going on in here. Just it's
Holy crap!
extra.
Look at you
extra
got the
computer.
plumbing and everything. This is just I got an extra
Absolutely.
computer.
Well, you never know. It's.
How are you powering these computers, by the way?
Well, they're not on right now. So
Clearly, they're not on right now. This is like a reoccurring problem with you. On last year's build, you had that TV in your room, and I couldn't figure out how you were powering that either.
Well, you learn to use your imagination in the zombie apocalypse. We have one more room in the main research lab here. It is the freezer to hold the corpses. You can see it's pretty full in here with.
Wow.
You got your icicles because the motor has gone in crazy and made it way colder than it's supposed to be. So icicles are forming, and
Wow.
little blood came out of the corpses over here. So pardon the redness.
This is amazing. I'm so impressed right now. My build is definitely gonna go to shame.
That's not true. I'm very impressed with it. This was only, it only looks impressive because of the extra items I was able to use.
Well, that certainly does. It certainly does put a nice touch on it for sure.
This is the non-working elevator. You can see the shaft in there. It's out of order. Clearly, use at your own risk. So
Okay.
We boarded it up.
Can I use it at my own risk right now?
Yes, if you take down the boards, you can fall to your death probably.
Oh God, is it really just a shaft down?
It doesn't. It goes a few blocks down. It doesn't
Okay.
go because it would interrupt with what I have below if I went all the way down.
Oh my God, there's stuff below.
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, the living quarters is below. This is the secondary research room. Now, this is studying the local fauna and animals.
Very
See,
nice.
we have our grow lights here with our desert plants. And over here we have a hive and the cages for the birds we study.
Wow. Look at the bird's nests. Oh my God. Are they so big that they can't escape through these bars?
That's right.
Jesus.
And this is another storage closet. Not much going on in here. I when I originally carved it out, I had more I wanted to do with it, but then I just said screw it. So, well, you
Sounds
never
like
know.
we have some very angry, infected enemies above us right now.
Uh-oh, they're waiting to be the next research subject.
So, what have you discovered from the fauna here, the flora and the fauna? Yeah, both flora and fauna.
Well, not very much. They're not very good scientists. I forgot to say that when we first came down here. They're too busy fighting with the military side, so they don't really get.
Ah, that makes sense. I'm not even bothering to close your doors because I feel it's gonna break the game if I try to
No
cause any
problem.
more animation.
This is the restroom here. I decided, it's because it's important to use a restroom.
Wow,
in
you
my
have a
research office.
restroom. I've been using
This
a
is
bucket this whole time.
this is the shower area, and back here you can see a scientist got a little angry and decided to punch the wall. So
This is like ceramic tile. How did he?
it, it, it
A little
well,
angry?
it, yes, it's actually what I think happened is when I was originally building this, I built too close to the shoreline, so the underwater zombies were like
Oh
coming in
wow.
here,
Are you
and
really
I
that
just
close to? Let me look at the map really
yes.
quickly. Oops, I keep forgetting I have my console off. Here, let me look at the map. Oh, wow, we're all the way out there. We're way beyond the perimeter. Okay.
Yes, we go even further down too. So, um, in
Yeah,
fact,
did you get mad at the mirrors too?
yes, very upset. When you're in a zombie apocalypse, it's your only therapy. Actually, I lied. There is a therapist office here. We will visit that
Oh
shortly.
God, you've got everything. Do you have a spa?
Believe it or not, I do. We'll get there.
Oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
Absolutely
I was
not.
trying to make a joke.
Here we have the little break area, beverage coolers. We got some magazines and books. They're very old books. You don't get too many new books in the zombie apocalypse. They're
Most of the
circa
good books are
19.
old books anyway, so.
It's very true. I was actually planning a third laboratory on the south wall here. However, I did end up flooding it because we're close to the shoreline. So I came up with a break room to add. Now here we get the centerpiece, literally, of the top layer, which is an auditorium for lectures. It is a lecture hall.
Oh my God. Holy crap, dude.
Now there are not that many scientists that live here, but I thought it looked pretty badass to do a big auditorium like
Well, we
this.
can always fill it up with survivors and teach them.
That's absolutely true. You can be you could be my second in command.
Wish I had a lecture hall for my students like this.
That would be awesome. We got a podium and a chalkboard. There are some lockers down here because you never know when you need to. This little professor's desk here for grading papers or whatever professors do in the zombie apocalypse. And here is the
Wow.
professor's office. This is a secretary room.
This is uncommonly calming.
It's very calming. And this is the actual professor's office. Not much to look at, but you do get a couch here for visiting students. It is a little
Is that
bright
a-
right now because it's daytime, and I found that in the daytime it does make the rooms brighter despite that we're underground.
Yeah, it's bizarre. When you're in a cave, you can actually see the sun rise and set. It's very weird.
Oh, interesting.
Does this professor's computer also have a cash box in it?
Yes, because in the zombie apocalypse, all professors are for-profit professors.
Ah, okay.
There is no public universities, so we are for-profit here in the Zombie Research Center. So they will take your cash.
No, but cash still has value? That's bizarre to me.
It, if we go based off of Land of the Dead lore, yes, Cash very much has value. Um, which was the next movie after Day of the Dead, so I'm just going to
Ah,
go with that.
okay, sounds good to me.
And let me know when you're ready to move to the
What is
living
the
area.
what are some of the most common classes that are taught here?
Well, that's a great question. One that I'm not prepared to answer. Um, I would like to say, based on how I decorated it, probably zombie anatomy, because when you become a zombie, your anatomy does fundamentally change. The molecular structures change. It's what they show you in the movies is not reality, but I do know for a fact that your entire physiology changes when you are a zombie.
Very interesting. I'd like to come down here and take a class sometime.
I would be more than happy to entertain that notion.
Maybe we could actually make an entire video series based on lectures in this room.
Hey, I have the new plug for your YouTube channel, Zombie Lectures.
Oh wow, that could actually be something. Hey, what the hell was that? That was like the most bizarre. It didn't even look like you tried to hit me. It looked like you were doing this like, yo, what up, man? It was really weird.
We teach dance here at modern contemporary dance here at the Zombie Resource Center.
Makes sense. You gotta unwind, you know?
That's right. Down here is the living facility, and the first four rooms consist of non-houses. So we first will go to the left, the northern room here, and this is the doctor's office, because in the zombie apocalypse you do need a doctor. This is the waiting room here, and behind the receptionist desk we have over-the-counter drugs.
Now wait a second. I have hold on a second. I'm just gonna interrupt you. I'm sorry for
Okay.
that, but I'm just gonna
Okay.
open up my character.
Uh-huh.
I have died 476 times, and now you're telling me that there's a doctor.
Well, she was very busy. You see, obviously, because I've only died 70 times, she was more concerned with me.
I don't doubt it.
And when I accidentally shot Osei in the head yesterday and killed him, she, was covering for my mistake and helped him too. So, and here next to the receptionist desk, we have a window for communicating with the doctor. And what you see in that room is the actual infirmary. There's not much to see in the infirmary here because we want a neutral environment. We don't want to upset the patients by having loud and crazy things in the room. We just want a neutral, calm environment.
It's extremely calming aside from that zombie screaming its head off right above us.
Well, I don't have audio, so I'll take your word for it. And in here is the doctor's office with the actual prescription medication that the receptionist is not qualified to hand out. So it is back in the doctor's office.
All right.
And this is also doubles as a therapy lounge. So here's the couch, and you'll just have to trust me that there's a clipboard over here in the safe full of notes on how crazy this research facility can make you.
I believe you totally. I was going to ask what's behind that door.
Now, this is the doctor. She gets her own living area because she is a high-valued member of this community. So she gets her own kitchen. Not much to look at, but it is, you don't have to share. And this is her living area,
Ah.
complete with a gun safe. Now, nobody knows this gun safe is here because all scientists are not allowed to have weapons.
Why is that?
Well, despite the fact that she is not a scientist, she is a doctor. Because the military forbids it, and the captain who is in charge is on a power trip and does not permit the scientists to have weapons, even if it means their own demise.
Ah. Okay.
And this is the doctor's own bathroom, complete with a bathtub.
That's a very nice bathtub.
It's a lovely bathtub. It's so impressive that the faucets are floating in midair.
Wow. So you're also researching anti-gravity technology.
That is the secret point of this research facility. It doubles as an anti-gravity facility. Now you will see that each living area does have a mailbox out in front of it,
I noticed
corresponding
that.
with the mail room on the in the entrance. Now this is the chapel, which I said would compete to with your shrine, which I'm sure you will be showing in a
Indeed.
video. Now this is more of a traditional chapel. It's not we don't worship pagans down here, but um, we get your cross, your the scientists don't breed very much, but in case there is a birth, we do have a baptism sink here.
Is that blood on the sink?
It is blood. It's a long story.
Uh, Blood
Well, see, you
baptism?
see, we are halfway Jewish here, and circumcisions are performed, and the priest slash rabbi is very lazy and does not clean up after himself.
You're a science facility. You
Yes,
should be ashamed of yourself.
the science facility, we brought this to the attention of the overseer, and he is not very happy with the actions of this priest and rabbi, and let that be a lesson for all you young priests and rabbis out there. This is the confessional,
Oh, very nice.
because you sin a lot in the zombie apocalypse.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, I'm actually going to take a moment right here, and because I thought that spider zombie would have gone away by now, and I am going to, I think it's the, no, it's not the ambient. It's got to be the overall sound. No. Never mind. I'll leave it on because I want to be able to hear your own sound effects. I hear something running right now, so go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
No problem. Now, in the rickety old door, we have the. It's very spooky down here, so watch
Whoa.
yourself.
Yeah, what's going on here? Is this a crypt?
This is the crypt. This is where we bury our dead. And these were candles in here, but it got too bright and it took away from the ambiance of the crypt. So, and if it was dark
Wow.
outside, the crypt would be much darker and it would be spookier. You'll just have to take my word for it.
This is
And this,
really neat.
this was the planned expansion of the crypt that never materialized before the zombie apocalypse
Ah.
happened. So it's the entrance is halfway done here, but it would have been a pretty nice crypt had the zombies not risen.
Oh, I like it the way it is. Very nice. It's a little Skyrim-ish. Looking for some Draugr to rise.
I was inspired by Skyrim. I should have mentioned that. I don't want to be sued. I was inspired by Skyrim.
Oh, I actually have a confession to make.
What is your confession?
You have to. Well, you have to go in there.
Okay, you shut the door.
Hang on. I'll shut the door.
Okay.
Okay. Forgive me, Father. I have sinned.
What is your sin, my child?
That 1.5 hour real-time horde craze that we had last night.
Yes.
I caused that.
Yes, my child. We all sin in our time, and unfortunately, this time was yours, and it cost, say, a death. And for that, it will take much penance. However, if you say 5 Hail Marys, you will be forgiven.
Well, thank you. I feel much better.
You're welcome. See, we promote good feelings at the Zombie Research Center.
I really did
Yep.
cause that horde, though. We'll see how many of the people on the server watched this video. I was totally screwing with them. I won't tell you how I caused it, but it was almost 2 hours of terror.
It was. This is the priest's living quarters. It's not as nice as the doctor because here at the Zombie Research Center, priests aren't as valued as much. But we, we take what we can get. And the priest does have his own bathroom, which is kind of drab looking, but
The priest
sometimes
has.
religion can be a drab. So
Is this one for the priest and one for the rabbi? Well, depending on what schizophrenic day it is.
that's absolutely right. We can't decide what religion he is, but he's very proud of both.
Very nice. And he has anger issues on both sides as well.
The doctor has put him at the bottom of the list of clients to see, and as a result, he has taken his anger out on objects. I tried to go for a stained glass view and a feel in the windows, but didn't quite work out. But it's still kind of cool looking.
It does look very nice, actually. That's probably a
It
very
looks
good.
better when it's at night because you get a glow to it.
I don't doubt it. Definitely.
Now to the left here, we have our pool and sauna room for a little R&R. Here at the Zombie Research Institute, we do promote relaxation. So we have a pool, and the pool does drain out to both sides for filter, because we don't want stagnant water.
I've changed my mind. I am turning the volume off. That spider zombie is so annoying right now. Okay.
Okay. I tried to make the pool deeper, but you apparently won't let you stack water on each other
No.
on top of itself. So it's a kiddie pool, but it's you make do with what you can in the zombie apocalypse.
Looks nice to me.
And of course, we have our beverage cooler full of your favorite beverages.
Oh, what are my favorite beverages?
I'm a fan of Nuka-Cola, and we do have a nice supply of it in here.
It says it's empty.
Oh, I you're the first person to open it, so congratulations. In here, we have his and hers changing rooms, complete with shower facilities.
Wow. Really luxurious considering what's going on outside.
It's very luxurious. We have our shower stall in here. 4 people can take a shower at the same time, if you can believe it or not.
How many people do you actually have residing down here? Because I've only seen you come out.
Well, it's a funny you bring that up. So anyway, here we have the other changing station,
So,
and
anyway, am I going to walk out of here alive?
well, you see those corpses in the research facility? Those weren't zombies.
Oh.
And here we have our sauna room, which the much anticipated sauna room, complete with our fire in the middle, which was burning at
Oh,
the
wow.
time when I logged in, but now is not.
You know what? I'd pay good money to have a sauna built with this gigantic cast iron pipe in the middle of it.
It's very important to have the rusty cast iron pipe. Here are the rocks, in case it's not obvious to anybody but me what these are for the they're hot rocks for the sauna. You see, it's a very ingenious design where the cast iron heats the rocks. It's a very complicated system full of pulleys and levers. You probably wouldn't understand it, but just trust me, it's pretty cool. Directly across from the pool, we have our library.
Ooh.
In the middle here, we have our statues. They're kind of artsy because it is a library.
Where are these even from?
They're actually gravestones.
Ah, okay.
They're the closest thing in the game that looks to like a statue, so I put them there. Up here is the upper section
Very
where all the
nice.
smart books are.
40,000 copies of Forge Ahead.
That's right. Here is more books plus some, study desk. Because maybe you want to get away from everybody, you want to come to the peaceful, serene atmosphere of the library. This is where you go. And down below, we have the archives,
Oh
where
wow.
my personal copies of Where's Waldo are hidden, which you will never find. But this is the archives.
Very nice. Yeah, you really you put a lot of work into this.
It's been about 60 hours worth of work.
That sounds about like our last build.
And that doesn't even include gathering materials, that's just carving everything out.
Jeez.
Over here is my personal home.
You got a freaking street sign here.
Well, it's on the corner of.
Apache and Cortland.
That's right. We take our cue from the corner of happy and healthy, such as Walgreens likes to advertise. Now, my personal home is the only one that has the fireplace, which I'm very proud of. This fireplace took me a long time to build, and you wouldn't believe the smoke that it creates.
I was gonna say I didn't see any chimney up there anywhere.
It's there, trust me. Now, I like to have a view in my house, but you can't view much inside a bunker. So I have what are called simulated windows. And
Oh. Oh wow, that's ingenious. Oh, this is really nice.
my table, because when I entertain guests, I want to, entertain.
Old beer, old beer here. Nice.
Yes, it's. I'm very proud of that sign. This
Is
is the
that
pantry.
is that
What's that?
is that a modified sign from the game, or is that the way the sign is in the game?
No, that is the actual way the way it is.
Okay, I never took note.
This is the pantry. It's full of lots of food
Whoa.
that you may not view because they are locked. I'm very proud of this food, and I don't want anybody taking it. And this is the upstairs bathroom.
You
It's more
also
of a
have
guest bathroom.
you,
It's
you also have
what's
some
that?
anger issues, I see.
Well, you see, I had the priest over one night,
Oh.
and he was very belligerent. We had trouble controlling him.
So it's more of a problem when he's the priest. The rabbi isn't so much the
The
violent one.
rabbi is very peaceful, except when he wants to go after newly born boys. Then he gets pretty.
Here
This
I thought it was the priest that had the problem with the newly born boys.
I well, fair enough, touche. This is my armory here, which has nothing in it right now because, um, well, it's somewhere else. So, in my bedroom, it's very cozy in here,
Yeah, it does feel cozy actually.
and my personal bathroom.
Very nice.
Yes.
And the priest was in your bedroom?
Well, when you're a priest, you don't get much. You don't. You don't find a lot of love as a priest, and
I
you.
guess desperate times.
That's right. Beggars can't be choosers in the zombie apocalypse. And this is my supply room here, full of everything I would ever want to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Wow.
This is the garbage room.
And so now we're about what, about 10% through the bunker?
No, we're about 45% there.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Wow.
because we got the military wing to go.
Oh my God, dude. Holy crap. I might I may actually split this into two videos. Wow. Wait,
This is
before we get to the military wing, we'll do part two for that.
okay. That sounds good. This is two living areas that mirror each other exactly. So if you've seen one side, you've seen the other. But we have two bedrooms in this little duplex with complete with a bathroom with plenty of reading material, conveniently right next to the throne, and the second bedroom.
And
In the
these are just
hallway,
these are
what's
just
that?
living quarters for people that used to live down here?
Oh no, they live they still live down here.
Oh, that
I don't know
sounds
what you're talking.
very, very menacing. They still live.
That's right. And here we have our art gallery on the wall here.
Seems like you favor two of the prints quite a lot.
I do. The living area with the TV. This is our kitchen. I'm very proud of this kitchen. I think it's very cozy.
It is very nice. Very contemporary with the windows separating the
I wish I had the ability to do a sliding glass because this is the hangout area for both of the duplex. It's a communal hangout area.
Ah,
We have our bar and our hot tub.
very nice. Very dark hot tub, but well, sometimes you don't want lights in the hot tub, especially in desperate times.
Yeah, that's right. This is our this is our barbecue pit.
Cool. And this just vents into the living space?
See, it uses reverse magnetic pull with you see there's these vents up here and the carbon monoxide, which you think would be deadly in this case, actually would go right up into the vent system here and it sucks it out.
Ah, very
Trust me,
nice.
it's like I said, too complicated for anybody else to understand. This is our alleyway. It's you know try to bring a sense of realism to the zombie apocalypse, so we have to have an alleyway.
Are there muggings back here?
There have been.
Well, then that's realistic. I approve. Now wait a second. I just want to take. I want to be sure that the mirror image is really a mirror image because I think that you're hiding something.
I appreciate that thoroughness.
But I get the feeling I'm going to open one of these and a zombie horde is going to pop out of it. I still don't trust what you're doing down here.
If I had the ability to spawn zombies, I definitely would.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could craft them in the admin menu.
I've not been able to figure that out. In fact, actually, I've tried to, for the research facility upstairs, you can actually get gore blocks, but or like the pile of flesh, but they actually deteriorate like they normally do,
Ah,
so you can't have them as decorations, unfortunately, at least at this time.
like you're going for the white picket fence look,
Yeah,
taste of home.
that's right. And here is the generator room.
Ah, source of all the power.
That's right.
You just leave. Let's see. That's what 110. That's 330 gallons of gasoline and a candle.
Well, you see, it's a long story.
It's a long story. Yeah, it'll be a long story when it goes off.
Well, right before we reset the server, I give you permission to detonate this whole thing, as long as it's captured for eternity on video. Actually, what I planned to do before, because it's like I said, I put a lot of time into this. I was going to do more originally. I had planned on a third living area back here, that was going to look regular, like these ones on top, but I was going to put like a secret research facility down below with like rogue experiments and whatnot. I thought that would be pretty cool looking,
Very
but
neat.
I didn't get, unfortunately, didn't get time to do it. But,
Are
so
we
now
headed off
I
to the
also,
military?
what's that?
I'm sorry, I was asking if we were headed off to the military wing now.
Yes, we are. In fact, we could have used the hallway that I halfway made, but I covered up to go from one end to the other rather than come back up here. But again, it's just one of those things I didn't really have time to do.
Were you saying something? I interrupted you.
No, that was actually what I was going to say is the
Oh, okay.
hallway. Um, the military wing is also guarded by secure
Well,
access.
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to say to anybody that's still watching this that this will be continued in part two. Thank you for watching so far. I've been very impressed.
Thanks.